today. I am praying especially to the spirit, the tonal, the entity of Uk, tone 7, reflecting. I am here to do your teaching, and I thank you for your continued energetic support. Greetings, dear soul. I am Crispy, and I am reflecting eagle, which you'll see a little bit later what that really means. Firstly, it means tone 7, and that also means the crown chakra. And that may mean for you too that if you're born on a tone 7 reflecting day, you just might resonate with amethyst more than other crystals. For example, I wore this for 3 years in a row, every single day and night. As soon as things got really weird in the spring of the year 2020, and I felt safe and protected the whole time. May mean you also resonate with the color purple and all things of purple. Wonderful book here, by the way, by my friend Beck Milonis. She's actually tone 13, which is the other tonal that connects with the 7 chakras and all of the other tones, actually. But today, tone 7, I'm going to jump right in and give you all the key code words for everyone born on tone 7 and every tone 7 day. Here you go. Top of the pyramid to you. Observing, centering, pausing, choices, liaison, mediation, neutralizing, attunement, the Pleiadian star system. And if you don't know yet why the Pleiadians are so heavily embedded in the Mayan culture, please just watch this video and all your questions will be answered. And the 7 chakras, of course, and then meditation, makes sense, mirroring, interesting, endings, and closure. Interesting. Now, all of those will become clear, I think, in the next few minutes as I explain. First of all, tone 7 is the center of what I call the chakra pyramid pulse wave. There's tone 7. This is real. I didn't make it up. Well, I sort of did. I put in the chakras. It came to me as a download. That shape is in many other books about the Maya and websites. So 7 is in the middle. Here's another reason why 7 is called reflecting, and some of those other key code words will make more sense when you see this. All right, so 7 represents the spinal column and the 7 chakras. Now, as I've mentioned in a few other videos, everyone has 4 guides, and they do happen to be other days on the calendar. Whatever your birthday, you count back 6 days to your divine masculine, count back 2 more, 8 days from the day you were born for your past wisdom guide. The future, you count 6 into the future for your divine feminine guide, and 2 more. 8 days from the day you were born is your future vision guide. But those energies are part of your birthday. They're not actually external to you, even though those are other days on the calendar. And yes, of course, other people have birthdays on those days, but they are reflections of you, reflecting to you how you will best be able to actualize your divine masculine. It's yours. It's not other people. It's yours. And there's something just a little bit more exciting about everyone born on tone 7, because for us, our right hand man, as it were, is the first day of the pulse wave. And our divine feminine guide is the last day of the pulse wave. Take a look at this. This will help explain for you. Aha, there it is. Oh my goodness. And yes, you can see there that the past wisdom guide and the future vision guide are one tone up, and nobody else explains it this way. No books, no websites. The Maya themselves may not even be aware of this in the way that I'm teaching it to you. This would be very foreign to them. However, it's unmistakably true. So let's take another look at the guiding tonal. As I've said, you add 5 from whatever tone you're on to get to the past wisdom guide. So 5 plus 7 is 12. Then 13, you cross over to your divine feminine, transcending. And from your birth, you count back 6 to the initiating tonal. And therefore, the future vision guide is pairing. Isn't that interesting? Well, it is to me. So now, a little explanation about why there are the key code words of endings and closure. When we look at the Tzolk'in grid, we see that in the top right corner and the bottom left corner are tone 7s. There they are. And the esoteric teachings of tone 7 is that it is a type of ending. You've been climbing for 6 days and you get to the top and there's a pause and a reflection, self-reflection, looking around, 360-degree view. And then you resume and start going down, and a lot of Mayan people, cultures, doesn't make sense, but a lot of groups within the Mayan culture consider tone 8 to be like the first tonal. That only makes sense if you picture the full grid, and tone 7 being the bottom right hand and the top, the end of the columns. It's the end of the first row and the end of the columns. That is the only way you can think of how tone 8 means starting in a way. So we'll just set that aside. It's super esoteric, like I said. Now, let's just look back at the ego dramas for all tone 7 days and people. Hyper-competitive, top of the pyramid, aloof, I'm unapproachable up here. And then indecisive, sometimes people sitting up there, they just see so much they can't decide what to do. And the indecisive polarity over here, can't decide a thing. Over here, just bossing people around. You can do this, you can do that, you do that, you better, you must, okay? So some of the ego dramas and the shadow challenges of the glyphs have a polarized pairing within. I've created them all with 3, but some have a polarized pairing. Like today. Okay, so let's start in. When I was preparing this for you, I was very excited because in many of the other previous 6 that I've done, there have been gaps. There have been some keen with no keen, if you know what I mean. But you are now going to see all 20 examples of the tone 7s. Here they are again on the grid, by the way. So I'm going to show you the various peoples of every single one of those 20 times that tone 7 shows up in the 260-day Divine Mayan Tzolk'in, starting off with Kin 7. Here we go. It's a doozy. It starts off with a grand slam home run, even though there's no one on base. How do they do it? Oh my goodness. There's not even 8 of them. There's 9. And I just found out about Allen Ginsberg recently. I could write a very thick book on just these people and how they all fit in to their Mayan birthday, being holy holograms of one another. If you wish to see a little bit about Gary Zukov, I did a very short video about him a couple years ago, and his wife, and oh, there's a sneak peek of 13 days later. Oh, Linda Francis. I just found out about her because shortly after she passed away, Gary posted on his Facebook page, today would have been Linda's, I forget the year, 70th birthday or something. And I did the math, and I was so pleasantly surprised and not really surprised to see her fit in with this group. Take another look. Wow. Oh my goodness. Just feel the vibration coming off of these people. And Barbara Marciniak, oh boy, if you have not watched at least her birthday video here, you really should. And I've got about 30 others featuring her. Whew, 13 days later, Neville Goddard. Oh my goodness. Do you know who he is? Do you know his contributions to planet Earth and the evolution of consciousness, Christ consciousness? If you don't, got some research to do. See what happens when you watch my videos? I give you homework. Next, 13 days later, Brian Rose. Do you know how many times he's talked about his own death? Especially after he did ayahuasca. All right. Amazing, amazing, amazing synchronicities. You really should watch his special. All right. Next. My man, Fat Boy Slim. And Jerry. All I can say is, Avi, speak up, bro. Come on, we need to hear you more. Get out there. You are a holy hologram of those other 3, so get busy. I know you're busy, but I just mean get vocal. Grab the mic. Get out there more. 13 days later. Ooh, interesting. Wow. RFK Jr.'s father and Hugh Hefner. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Don Elkins. Well, what I can tell you about Don is a little bit summed up in this video, which is truly incredible. Just happens to be that I found out the most cosmic synchronicity between these 2 books and the people who brought them to planet Earth. It's short, check it out. 13 days later. Ooh, interesting. If you don't know Dr. Jude, you need to. Like I said, homework. Come on, pick it up. 13 days later. Oh, what a sharp pair. Oh my goodness, can you see it? Yeah, you can. 13 days later, wow. Oh my, I just knew they were monkeys. Reflecting monkeys. Oh, and would you look at this Keen 124 quartet. I can guarantee you that Martin and David have tuned into Rupert Spira in the last few years, and I guarantee you that those three have tuned into William James at some time or other. 13 days later. Oh, all right. Wrap your brain, mind, heart thingy around this. Okay? Now, I challenge you. Which one is stronger? Think about it. Which one is more spiritually strong? Which one is more emotionally strong? Which one is more psychologically strong? We're not talking about the physical. All right? I would say that they are equally strong. 13 days later. Ooh, cool combination. Ooh, interesting. Okay, yep. And if you'd like to see a little bit more about Drunvalo, please do so here. 13 days later, Graham Greene. 13 days later, interesting foursome here. Alexander Shulgin. Whoa. Rick Rube. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Powerful. 13 days later, it keeps going. Oh my. What? How is that even possible? I sure hope you know who Pat Rodegast is. Amazing group of people. 13 days later. What? No way. By the way, you should double check all of these yourself. Okay? Here's my website. Do it there. Then you can learn all the juicy details about them as well. 13 days later, into 15. Oh my goodness. This right here, my friends, is exactly why I tell everyone they're exemplars. When I found out, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to say that I didn't even think of checking Ram Dass's Mayan birthday until I found out he died. The day he died shows up in my feed, and I'm like, oh man, gee, I wonder what, and I've got to start living differently. I had already been to one Vipassana at that time, and very shortly after that I went to my second. And subsequently quit drinking alcohol, and all these other things happened to me after that, like Mayan embodiment happened to me after I quit drinking, etc., etc. So yeah, one more quick look at my holy holograms. Us eagles flying high at the top of the pyramid. And if you want to see a little bit about Ram Dass and his Guru Maharaji, please do so. 13 days later, what? No way! This is really quite cosmic. Quite cosmic because Carl Sagan, Carl Sagan, that's the American pronunciation of Sagan. Carl Sagan, had a little bit of bone to pick with Erich von Däniken. Take a look. You can do your own research, but you should know that I do believe jealousy was involved, quite possibly a bit of hyper-competitiveness, somehow combined with the key code words of star seeds. 13 days later, we come to the top right-hand corner of the Tzolk'in. Oh my. If you'd like to know more about Mr. Marcus, did you know his name was Christopher? It is. Please watch these and these. Now, Christopher Aubrey Marcus is sitting at the top of the pyramid, looking around. Ooh, I want that. I want that. I want that. Or am I projecting? My bad. Now there's only one more tone 7 in the Tzolk'in, and here you go. The very last reflecting keen is brought to you by the shapeshifter at the top of the pyramid, using his Pleiadian intuition, and he's initiating liaison between various groups, and he was a neutral secret keeper, is my contention. So, there you have it, my friends. That is my current, complete exemplar list of all reflecting keen. If you have any questions, please, I am here for you. That's why this happened to me. It is time now that we all acknowledge we are not alone in the universe or even in the Milky Way galaxy. The Pleiadians and many other groups are here in our DNA and our cultures, and it's time to get galactivated. The Divine Mayan Tzolk'in calendar is the galaxy's calendar. In Lak'esh Alakim. Namaste.